East London yesterday evening has been named as the drill rapper incognito. He was killed on the same street in Camberwell where his friend was shot dead in May. The 23-year-old, whose real name is Siddique Kamara, was part of the Moscow 17 group and was cleared of the murder of a teenager earlier this year. Well, let's go back to our reporter Alex Isat, who is in Camberwell for us. Alex, just give us a sense of what we know so far.
So what we know so far is the police are treating the murder of Siddique Kamara as a possible gang-related incident. Now, he was killed here on Warham Street, pronounced dead at the scene, and two other men were stabbed, a 16-year-old and a 31-year-old. Two teenagers remain in police custody at the moment. Now, as you said, Siddique was part of a group called Moscow 17, and they did quite have a drill rivalry with local group Zone 2. Now, earlier this year, Incognito and another group member from Moscow 17 were cleared of the murder of a Zone 2 member's brother. Now, the escalating violence that we saw here last night is unfortunately continuing around the borough, but local MP Neil Coyle says it's not about the community.
The community is really close-knit, it's really strong, and my message is that sadly, there are some gang-related problems, some big problems that need urgent resolution, but the vast majority of people here are safe and are not at risk. I'm trying to reassure people that both the Mayor of London and the Met Commissioner are providing extra police, and Southwark police are doing their best to try and prevent incidents like this last night occurring. Sadly, they were unable to stop what happened last night, but they were on the scene very, very quickly and managed to arrest what we assume are the perpetrators, the murderers in one instance. The issue here is, why are people shooting, why are people stabbing? That is fundamentally, and it tends to be about control of drugs and other local ways of making money on the black market, and that is where it does take concerted police effort and community effort, and I know that the council and Southwark police will be doing their best to make sure that the community is reassured as quickly as possible.
Now, we do have a statement from the Metropolitan Police. Detective Chief Inspector Richard Leonard said, "Another man has tragically and needlessly lost his life through an act of violence. We are keeping an open mind about the positive motive for this attack, but at this early stage, one line of inquiry is this being gang-related."
And Alex, I know that you spent a large part of the day there with the community. What have people living in this area had to say to you?
Well, we did try and speak to a lot of people. Some people wouldn't talk to us because they were quite fearful. However, many did say that something needs to be done for the kids in the area.
Well, words can't describe how I feel right now. I don't have the emotions to say that. What I do know is, though, the tragedy that keeps on going on right now, it needs to be drawn a line to it, do you get what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be some stability around here, something for the young youths to do you get what I'm saying? Like, I think they're a bit lost out here, and there's no awareness, do you get what I'm saying? So, these things will occur. There's nothing for them to do, they're just jamming on the estate, whatever not, do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't see no positiveness for these kids or young youths should be, you understand? Like, they need something to do, man, they need something.
What works? What really works for young people? What stops them from stabbing each other? What stops them from shooting each other? What stops them from going out and joining gangs? What stops them from getting involved in antisocial activities and behavior that does not bode well for the wider community? This is the problem we have today. I mean, you look at even young people can't even articulate themselves without using swear words and all of these street languages. Now, there's a different world out there. When are we going to come back to reality and say, let's change this situation?
Now, police are still looking for witnesses in the area, but one thing they have promised tonight is that they will see a significant increase of a police presence in this area.